I don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about now.
We're gonna talk about you.
The Momentum Underground Podcast.
I'll try not to forget the music this time.
Oh yeah, the late edition of Glorious Burden.
Yeah. The not getting the whole story version.
Indeed.
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 We are probably at the post-pubescent stage.
Yeah.
15?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'd say so.
Unless you're a late bloomer. I knew some late bloomers. Mostly guys. They stayed short for a long time.
Ah, yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
I wasn't a late bloomer. I had a beard when I was 12.
I don't think you did. You barely have one now.
How dare you? I could grow this thing out in a heartbeat.
I guess you're right.
Just because I keep it trimmed doesn't mean there isn't a wild beast waiting to be unleashed under the skin.
Oh, God, you just got a whole new slew of fans.
Did I? You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Boom.
They're going to run the gamut, too.
Yeah. Spartans.
Or lumbersexuals. I saw that. Do you know what a lumbersexual is?
Do I want to know what a lumbersexual is?
No, you don't. I almost didn't even want to tell you. All it is just
A bearded guy?
a framing of a trend, because we love trends.
Of course.
And when I started reading it, it was like, wow, I've literally seen these people that they're describing, and I wonder if these people realize that they are what this description is to a T, and if it makes them feel freaked out that their sense of identity is just an accumulation of what is cool. Is that weird?
Yeah,
Do you know
like
what I mean?
they're just who they are is basically just
It
what
floats
the
with
latest
the
trend tells them to
It floats
be.
with the
and
friggin'
that
wave.
they're not being their own person.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
It is. It's kind of sad too,
I mean, it's
as
sad,
far as
but
self-expression goes.
yeah. I mean, I guess it's sad. I guess it's cool that people obviously, you even have a choice to be whoever you want to be, even if it's something else.
Yeah, even if it's
You know.
a fucking lumberjack apparently.
Yeah. Who knows how to cook and who's sensitive and still likes to watch these kind of movies, but has a beard and gives a persona that he has a high testosterone level.
Is that what it is?
All I know is that they have a certain like clothes style, like a really
Plaid, right? They'd wear
it's
a lot of plaid.
There's this like tight jean thing where they roll up the bottoms a little bit,
Okay.
and they have like these certain types of shoes. It's a very tight jean fitted looking thing with beards. I think it adapted the whole beard trend because for the last like 2 years, beards were fucking cool.
Yes.
When every hockey team would have a beard.
Whenever anybody had
everybody
a beard.
was like, yeah, I'm going to
and
like
they styled it and
trim
shit.
it and wax it and all this shit and
Yeah.
care about it.
Like a long beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, man. Talk about like more maintenance. You're a man. You shouldn't give a shit about like, this and that. You're adding another aspect of something you need to take care of every day.
Yeah, it is a pain in the
What
ass.
the fuck? What do you care? You have to brush it this way and wax it here.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
make
just
sure.
a lot of like, dude. If you're
and
gonna,
it's a beard. It's a big like biker beard.
yeah,
I don't.
Like-
I guess I don't get it. I just don't
dude,
get it.
at most, shave around the parts that you don't want to have on your face, and take a beard trimmer if you don't want it too long. That's it.
Who cares if you even
That's
want
all
it
you
long?
need.
It's the intent of even like caring so much about having one, and that it's gotten to the point where having something that people have had forever is now like the idea of it is populating articles and magazines, and you see when a trend kind of bursts through, when some asshole in a suit on TV now has it on the morning show, or just in these magazines, I got one a couple days ago, and inside of it is a whole article on the lumbersexual, and I haven't read it. I haven't read it yet.
I just
And
can't.
don't
I
know
can't
if
not
I'm gonna
laugh
read it.
when I hear that.
You got to look it up. Look up
just
pictures of
sounds
it. You'll love it.
ridiculous.
You'll fucking love it.
I will look it up.
I think it's it's an offshoot or a derivative of the hipster movement, which your brother just kind of informed me of what that was a couple months ago, which I still kind of don't get. It's like people that are against all things that are popular so that they mock it by doing things that are really unpopular.
Yeah, like...
And then there's a whole, like, clothes style to it.
Yeah, they...
And a little bit of an idealism with it, too, right?
Yeah, they're just so annoying.
And in the end, it's just all synthetic because it just all washes away.
But they all get this holier-than-thou mentality, too, over all the things that they're into and how much better they are. Like, I drink this microbrew from my beer that's got this chemical makeup that makes it so much better than yours. Look at my thick-rimmed glasses. And
well, I guess that's a whole other thing, too. They've ruined that, too. Microbeers, they've been out forever.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden those are cool.
Claimed. And vinyl is hipster claimed.
Exactly. And now the whole micro-brew beer thing is so cool that there are anti-micro-brew ads from Budweiser on TV. You know? So this whole phenomenon has gotten so big that now major advertising's got on the actual train of this thing.
Yeah.
It's like... So so hipsters must have ruined the micro beer thing because micro beers have been around forever and they're good and it's called a variety of beers. Like,
yeah.
So we're shedding on the idea of choice. So what do you want me to have? You want me to just have an Amstel Light or a fucking Bud Light? Is that all I should have?
Just nothing
That's
but
all
piss.
I should have. Because it's you're being cool by enjoying a variety of different beers that are local or whatever that it is, you know, and run a whole, you know, run the whole line of just different tastes and stuff like that. It's like it's just so weird how so many things can just become cool and they're just so temporary, you know. Beers, haircuts, beards, fucking. I don't know. I guess it's always been like that, right? Trends just always come and go, and it usually comes in the form of like how you want to carry yourself. Clothes,
yes.
You know what I mean?
Purses, oh yeah, the clothes,
shoes,
fedoras. You know? Those are for hipsters.
Fedoras. Is it really?
Yeah, hipsters wear fedoras.
Wait, what's a fedora? Is that just like a little top hat, right?
Oh, it's like the one with the full brim on the side, like the 50s, 40s gangster hats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would wear one of those for like a wedding, but you mean like they wear it all the time,
Dude, yeah,
like a
they
baseball
wear
cap?
Whenever they want, yeah, all the time with like a plaid shirt and like fucking whatever, or like some kind of turtleneck sweater. I don't even know how the fuck they really want to dress, but
yeah, it's I don't know. There's so many that I sometimes, and I shouldn't care at all, and I really don't, but I'll get paranoid that all of a sudden there's so many of these like clothing trends or visual trends or vanity trends that somehow something I'm doing falls into it. Something I've done for 10 years of my entire life, you know? I've gelled
like
my hair for fucking
it.
Years since I was in high school.
Yeah.
But somehow in the way that I do it, and it's fallen in the perfect timing of this trend, that somehow I'll be looked as somebody that has a, you know, a weak identity because it's like I almost fit. I have a characteristic that fits a little bit of this trend.
Right.
Because I've gelled my fucking hair.
Yeah.
I've gelled my hair for fucking
my
whole life.
That's fucked up. I gel my hair.
Yeah. Obviously, I shouldn't care, but it is one of those things where
it's like you don't want to get lumped in.
No, I don't want to get blanket into these people, you know? And I'll have my hair gelled after they're gone. Or maybe when I buzz my hair, it's cool to be bald.
Yeah.
You know?
You never know.
It's cool to be bald. Let's do it. Start it right now. It's cool to be bald.
I'm not going bald.
Oh, okay. You'd look good bald, though. But you look good. Your hair looks good, though. I like your hair.
I can't. I don't think I could do bald.
You got some nice locks.
I do.
All right, real quick. Wow, we skipped the whole thing. Intercept.org. Go there for news. And podbean.com. Go there if you want to start a podcast.
All your podcast needs. Get your foot in the door. Get your voice heard.
Yep. It's free, or you can pay for it and you get more memory. Check it out. Podbean.com, intercept.org. All right? You want to be an international informant? Get your information from the Intercept, all right? It'll feel just like a beautiful international game of dragnet and espionage.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, wiggle your mic real quick.
Uh-oh.
Huh. My headphones are going crazy.
Oh, okay. They're acting up a bit.
Yeah, they're always acting up.
Oh, dear.
Wiggle it again real quick. Hold on a second. I don't know.
Technical difficulties, folks.
Technical difficulties. So, okay. So just so I don't forget it, I want to start off with some music that I
Yeah. He's like, we're a little late again, but
that I screwed up on with the last couple. So to kind of go in the theme of more instrumentals,
yes.
there was a new CD that came out, and it was from a band called Animals as Leaders. You ever heard them?
I have, actually.
Yeah, I bought one of their CDs.
I haven't. Well, I haven't heard them. I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Didn't they tour with Devin Townsend?
They did tour with Devin Townsend.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I knew I saw that name somewhere. Speaking of Devin Townsend, did you hear what he's working on now?
No, what is he working on?
He's writing a symphony.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Maybe he'll get $17 an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, the guy does whatever he wants. It's amazing.
He should do
He's
whatever
amazing.
he wants.
He's a fucking... Oh.
He should always do whatever he wants.
He's a god of music.
Which helps other people do whatever they want.
Yeah. He's very inspiring.
100%. Such a hard worker. Been
Dude's a
doing it
beast.
for so long. Anyways, enough Devin dick sucking, because that's all we really do.
I know. It's hard not to.
It is hard.
It's right
not to.
there.
I know. Like when it's right there. Why are you so popular?
Sorry.
Who's calling you?
Huh?
Is your mother calling you?
No, that wasn't a call. That was a
Okay.
text. It interrupted my list of things to talk about, which I only have one more thing to talk about.
You do.
Yes. You want to hear it?
I do want to hear it, but let me just figure out this damn...
Oh, it's still doing it?
Yeah, one of the signals has gone out.
This podcast is ruined.
On the fly, on the go.
Goodness gracious.
Screwing up.
I want to apologize for the folks at home listening, all of our listeners. Rick, I'm sorry.
God damn this damn thing.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, what the hell's
We
going on?
just can't seem to get this fucker operated.
Go ahead, buddy. Talk to me.
All right.
I had something in mind, too, but give it to me.
So, guess what is legal in the USA now? This will be a quick topic.
Hemp.
No.
Oh.
Powdered alcohol.
Oh, powdered alcohol. How's that work?
So, you know those like, I think Dasani makes one, and Mio and stuff, how they make those powdered things that you add to water to make the water like flavored, like fucking pink lemonade and stuff?
Yes.
Well, now you can do that with alcohol and take a bit of water, add the powdered alcohol, and all of a sudden you've got a vodka shot or a fucking little bottle of whiskey.
What? I got to look this up.
Yeah, it's
Real
crazy.
quick before I forget, Animals as Leaders, we're going to play the CD. It's a new one. It's called The Joy of Motion. Here we go.
All right.
Because if I let you go on any longer, I'm going to forget.
No, we'll get it going.
But it's sick. Listen to it. They're so good. This CD is absolutely nonstop. Just about every single song is a highlight. It's really good. A solid CD. It's not like, oh, 2 songs are okay. No, the whole thing is awesome, man.
Yes.
Really good. I love it. A lot of jazz. It's heavy, and it's got a lot of jazz fusion to it. I'm a sucker for all of that stuff.
Jazz me up. I just
they
watched Whiplash.
They really did this. Oh, you did just watch Whiplash. Yeah. Jazz me up. Okay, sorry. Keep going. Okay.
So, yeah. Powdered alcohol. Just add water. Boom, you got alcohol. It's legal in the States now.
Okay.
But a lot of people are very concerned about the potential for underage abuse of this.
Oh, definitely.
Because,
Well, that's always a concern with anything.
obviously a lot easier to smuggle,
Children.
the children. But here's the thing.
Okay.
What are you going to do? Ban it? They're going to get it anyways. It's going to become illegal, and then you can just buy it on the street like any other fucking drug.
Yeah, powdered alcohol.
It's a never-ending battle, and I don't think it should really fall on regulation to control kids not doing it. I think it really falls on the parents in the system that sells it to control the kid. Parents need to watch their kids, watch what they're doing, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess isn't that the simple solution to everything? You put out a violent video game. Oh, what about the kids? Well, the parents should be monitoring this.
Yeah, exactly. Like with
kids
Grand
are always
Theft
going to get a
Auto.
handle on certain things. You know what I mean? If they want to.
Yeah.
If they're the kind of person that obviously wants to. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. People are going to get wasted off of this. Will people die? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's...
they might get alcohol poisoning because they drink way too much of the powdered shit, but...
Yeah. Well, it's just like you said,
That's
it's probably
why.
just easier to obtain, easier to conceal.
Yep, big time.
You can
Just a little packet of powder or whatever.
yeah, put it in the back of your pocket. You're traveling with a 6-pack right there. You
Exactly.
can be more discreet with it, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And if it's got no coloring to it, just like, oh, you're at a concert. There
Yeah.
it is.
It's for the drunk on the go.
Yeah, exactly. The drunk on the go. Powdered alcohol.
Alcohol, man.
People will snort it and get drunk. Powdered alcohol will make it easier to sneak into venues. Oh, we just did that.
Yeah.
It'll be easier to spike a drink. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You're all about that.
What?
Kids will get a hold of it easier.
I'm not all about that.
Oh, okay.
Don't throw that one at me. I'm not spiking drinks.
What is this? So those are the big... Alcohol misuse and abuse is a real problem. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try it once.
See what it does.
I'll try it once.
I'm feeling it might taste like shit, though, too.
Is there any GMOs in it?
I am. Pass.
Because I won't drink it if it does. I want all natural,
Oh, yeah. Getting that Whole Foods.
vegetable fed.
The whole vegetable fad. No, that Whole Foods orientation was fun, though. That was fun.
Yeah, they make it fun.
Yeah, that
They
was
make it fun.
probably the nicest job orientation I've ever done.
Yeah.
Fed me breakfast, fed me lunch. I learned a lot about the store.
If you're open to it, it's a good experience. You know what I mean?
And I met Michael over in Specialty.
He's the fucking man. You know Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him. He was excited you're going to start working there. Nice. You can drop some fucking food knowledge on us now.
Yeah.
Spread their propaganda.
The truth of the cheese.
Truth of the
Yeah,
cheese.
I recognized him. I recognized him from the that get together we had that one time.
Yeah, the barbecue.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
That was the I think that was a home. What's it called? Like when you first move into a place.
Homecoming.
Homecoming.
That's what it was.
I wanted
yeah.
to say that.
Yeah,
but I
he
was
said
like,
that.
This
that's
isn't
what
a
it was.
prom.
I
What am I
couldn't
talking
remember.
about?
But yeah.
How to make powdered alcohol.
Oh, jeez. Don't be getting into that. You're going to blow yourself up.
Pour a half cup of tapioca maltodextrin into a bowl. Oh, I got that. Right in my cupboards.
Yeah. I got plenty of malto, plenty of dextrin.
Perfect. What the hell were we just talking about? Before the alcohol, before we even started this thing. Fuck. Oh, that's what we were talking about. Just the, yeah, because you said something that made me want to talk about something. I wanted to talk about the idea of a rite of passage. You know what a rite of passage is?
I do.
You do. And, yeah, I wanted to talk. I stumbled onto a couple of things, and it just, I just started reading them and stuff, and it kind of made a lot of sense. Rite of passage you can say is like a wedding, right?
Right.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Big steps into the next part of your life.
Yeah, next part of your life. And I think what we were talking about just had to do with just, kind of growing up and maybe was it the last podcast we were talking about? Just just the idea of how somebody's missing in the home structure, right? And some of the things I was reading, it's like it's not even so much that somebody's missing in there. It's that there's certain things that are missing now too that used to be a part of growing up, a part of families. And one of them was like a rite of passage, whether it was for a female or whether it was for, a boy. And some of them were more extreme than others. You can bring it back to, going on the lion hunt. They talked about how in the tribes, you got to a certain age and you got to go on a hunt for a lion, And the idea is to kind of push you with hopefully a little bit of an education before your rite of passage. But at the rite of passage, it pushes you to a certain extreme, Mm-hmm. And it's not just, this is one aspect of a rite of passage. It can be getting married, like you said, or having a child.
Yeah, yeah.
But one when you're at a certain age that helps you kind of like launch you a little bit further into being able to bear the things in life, right? We were talking about bearing just the weight of life. And sometimes what can help that are these really significant times in your life where you experience something that you have to work incredibly hard through,
Right.
you know? And, like I said, with the lion, with the lion hunt. And
Yeah,
you go
that's
out,
obviously pretty fucking hard.
Oh, most
Hunt
definitely.
a lion.
Yeah.
All right.
And obviously you don't go alone, you go with
Well, yeah.
with other tribesmen and the hunters and everybody that's a part of the group in your tribe and stuff.
Right.
But the article was kind of more talking about how there's obviously less of that, especially in our generation, in our part of the world. We complain that people are kind of too busy in front of all of the options of screens. Everybody's watching this too much, and everybody's playing this too much.
Yeah.
Which just it can make
All
for
the
you just kind of floating
electronics are
along.
just,
Yeah,
like,
you're just floating along your days.
Yeah, you just
makes
get
life
sucked into
easy.
it.
I
Yeah.
just do this, and oh man, I wish I could beat him. I can't beat him. It's like that's your biggest challenge for the whole day is wishing you could fucking beat this dumb fucking M boss for 3 hours. 3 hours.
Just like,
Never mind
come on.
the 5 hours it took you to get to the M boss.
Of course, yeah. Dude, games content nowadays is like 20 hours plus. and
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, I get it.
Skyrim, you got like 80 hours into
Yeah.
a game. That's crazy.
And I don't mind that. I like long games. If you're
Oh,
gonna,
me too.
If you're gonna spend that kind of money, I want all the detail. I want the 50-hour gameplay.
yeah,
That doesn't
that
mean I'm
shit's-
going to do 20 in one day.
Yeah.
But you get your money's worth. It's a
that's-
bang for your buck
yeah.
when it's a long game.
Oh, absolutely.
Either way, I guess what it was trying to say is just this. It's just so easy to kind of just fall into these habits of just nothing is really testing you and testing you and testing you, and to be able to have somebody that gives you an experience or brings you along to do something that is difficult, that pushes you kind of emotionally, and whether it's like a really hard camping trip, anything like that. You have two sons, you take them on a hard camping trip, say they're 15, 16 years old, and some people would agree, some people wouldn't, but you take them on a camping trip, you show them the stars, you expose them to certain, I would call innocent drugs. Do you know what I'm saying? Like fathers would
Right.
allow their kids to kind of indulge in like edibles or something even
Oh,
more
yeah.
extreme,
Yeah. Like-
and they would be there because the common idea is that you have these experiences on these, whether it's a recreational drug or anything like that, and it becomes a tool to a new perspective when you come out of it,
Right.
but it's scary as fuck, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's very
absolutely.
scary.
That'll fucking terrify you.
Yeah. So it's like they go hand in hand. To be able to get this new perspective that you think may help you, you have to pay for it in some way.
Yeah.
And paying for it makes it that much more worth it, and I guess that's that much more valuable because not everybody is willing to do this or is able to do this,
Yeah.
And you could call that an aspect of a rite of passage. I guess just something where like parents take children out and it's not a day in the park. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's an
something
experience.
You
It's
actually
very
have to
difficult.
do some work for. Yeah.
Difficult and heavy, more so than like working the farm in the morning.
Yeah.
Something
yeah.
that's like it's a real test.
Yeah.
And it was just it was a neat article because it made me think about like, have I ever had one, or is this something that is a good idea to do for when I have children? Obviously you calculate it and you work it so that it is somewhat safe, but not so safe that they don't get something out of it.
Right.
And
It's got to be somewhat of a challenge.
yeah, it has to be most definitely a challenge, And I can only relate to like the boy side of it, what you would do kind of, with your son or whatever. But it's like it came at a weird time when I read this article because I started reading this article before my tournament because I had the tournament over the weekend. And I'm thinking to myself, it's like I haven't done too many, you could say certain things were hard. Like, yeah, it's hard getting up in front of people. I can get up in front of people, We did, I did music for 10 years. I've gone on stage a bunch of times,
Yeah.
perform my music, all of that. And you could say that was difficult. Some people have huge stage fright.
Yeah,
Some people
you could
get
say
scared
that's a
of
huge rite of passage. Just
Yeah, and
as far as musical performance goes, that is
a musical
being able to get up in front of people.
Yeah, it's people get really nervous and people get scared of sharing their something that they're so emotionally attached to sometimes, which is, when you write music, a lot of times it's you attach a lot of your identity to it, and that's why it can be scary to share it, because people will just shit on you real fast.
Yes.
Or just not like it or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It just got me thinking about, just the tournament too, because the second I signed up for the tournament, it was like a couple more pounds were on my shoulder. Like I felt it.
Yeah.
Because I was a little freaked out.
That's pressure, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's intense, and I didn't know what to expect and how much more intense it was going to be, opposed to training, and regular rolling. So, yeah, there was just something about it that when I read that, I kind of took the whole experience as just a minor rite of passage, because I've been really passive a lot of my life, and I never did anything physical. I never did a lot of sports or any sports really.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so engulfed in music that I didn't have time, but I also didn't have the desire. I didn't want to throw around a ball.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I didn't want to be on a team.
Right.
So obviously anything that I did like that, whether it was going to be in gym or recreational, I sucked ass. I didn't do any of that well.
Yeah,
but
team sports were never a thing for me either. It was just like, nah.
I didn't know how to play them, and it didn't attract me, and it was just obviously it was more music, and a lot of times, what gets you attracted to those things is support from people.
Yeah.
If you have a dad that's like, hey, we should go throw the ball around, or we should go watch a hockey game. What do you think of that? You think you'd ever want to play that? Just like baiting a child into like seeing what they're into. That's sometimes a big thing. Nobody baited me into any sports,
Yeah.
It was like I liked it or I didn't like it, and that was it. And even if I did like it, I didn't have the option to go and do it. Nobody was going to bring me to practice. Nobody was going to buy me all these uniforms,
Yeah,
When you're piss poor,
that's
you don't.
the other part of
you
it.
just play with a ball. That's it.
Exactly. Like, you get the ball, boom, you're done.
Yeah.
But, for all those practices and stuff, you need the uniform, the pads, the fucking mouth guard, the new shoes, cleats.
Yeah, it's expensive, man.
It's ridiculous,
So, just leading up to the whole tournament, I just kind of thought it as something that was fun to indulge in the idea of how to prepare for high pressure,
Yeah.
Because it's scary.
Oh, definitely, man.
It's scary because you don't realize that your mind goes into a lot of different places when you're put in that situation.
Yeah, the build-up.
Yeah, you think of scenarios of you can start thinking of the scenarios of how you could possibly lose.
Yeah.
Or, oh my God, how hurt am I going to get?
Yeah.
Am I going to get mishatated right now? Like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. Why did I sign up for this?
Just
Yeah.
You start thinking about the risks, but the best, I'd assume the best way to counter that is think about the reward.
Yeah.
Try to fight that and put that positive end into it.
You do. You have
be
to.
That's
100% it. You have to stay positive and not think of the opponent at all.
Yeah.
You have to
think about what you're gonna do.
What you're
right?
gonna do.
Yeah.
Yep. What you're gonna do. What your abilities are, and just kind of just go back into the database of how you've trained and what you've trained for, and just do vision practice.
Yeah.
Visualize how to do this, how you're going to do it, how you're going to get out of certain things. And then the whole aspect of kind of like the idea of faking it till you make it, right?
Yeah.
So even if you are nervous, you tell yourself out loud, "No, I am an unstoppable object."
Yeah.
I am unstoppable.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
You
I
need
am
to find
unbeatable.
that perfect confidence.
Yeah. I am adaptable.
Yeah.
I can squirm in and out of any situation. And it was just a really neat, fun game that I learned a real lot about my mental capacity, because I've always wanted to do something like this, and I've never done anything like it.
Yeah.
And it did scare the hell out of me, because I never liked anybody that was the whole thing of doing jiu-jitsu in the first place, was self-defense, because I got my ass kicked a handful of times growing up by an assortment of people, and I never did anything back. And this is where the passiveness comes from,
Right.
You don't know when to stick up for yourself, And that really bothered me. And it will bother you more as you get older if you realize that.
Yeah, when you're like, why didn't I do something there?
Yeah.
And yeah, I can think back on plenty of times where I was like, why the fuck didn't I do anything?
Yeah,
like,
why didn't you do
why
something
didn't I just
there?
take that?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, it's that, and also, wow, am I like that now? I'm older now. I need to really step into my identity. And in my identity, there has to be a certain aspect of assertiveness, or else life will hustle you left and right, you know? And if you don't somehow obtain that as you get older, sometimes things can get a little harder. And you'll end up being 40 years old and being so scared of easy situations, whether it's calling to fix your fucking cable or disrupting a fight in a line at the grocery store or knowing when to do the right thing. You're going to be stuck in your old 13-year-old body because you just don't know when to put your foot down in life.
You freeze up, and then it's just like, forget it.
And that's how I saw myself. And obviously, as I've started training, it slowly has dismantled that, you know? I've had anxiety just even going to practice for the first portion of training and stuff like that, you know? And it's really an amazing thing how it really just kind of dissolves away the more you do it, you know?
Yeah.
And this was a big peak in the spectrum of this whole thinking was this tournament, you know? Because along with this is that you can get anxious going to train, but you also are familiar with some of these guys, and you've trained with them before. Yeah. So the anxiety doesn't stay. You're familiar with these people.
Yeah. It's
opposed
a little more
to going 100% with someone you don't know.
Yeah.
Are they going to bash me? Are they vicious?
Are
they aggressive?
Are they going to murder me?
Yeah. How much am I going to be able to put it on to give it back to him, or at least defend?
Yeah.
So it's nerve-wracking when you fight someone obviously you don't know.
Right.
And it's more fun, and it's like a more comfortable place to test yourself when you do it with someone you do know. So, yeah, I don't know. I took it as a big moment of like, it's a gate, you know? It's a new mental gate that I opened up and kind of was afraid to walk through, and I finally walked through it, and it was an awesome time, man. It was really, really fun.
Yeah, I watched the video you posted on Facebook of it, man.
Yeah, it was.
I liked it. I liked what I saw, dude.
Yeah, man, it was fun. I wasn't able to really implement much of the game, and I realized it was 3-minute rounds. And we trained 5 minutes, like 6 rows in a row.
Yeah.
Like,
so all of a sudden it's 3 minutes,
and I didn't realize it was going to be 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So by the time they touched us and we were done, I was like, that was it.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're just like, what?
Yeah, and you learn a lot because it's all about positioning. I'm not a big fan of the point system in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I obviously want to go for the submission, and I know that sometimes I can start out slow and try to weasel my way into positions that I can get it.
Right.
But that's not the game within a 3-minute tournament.
Yeah.
3 minutes is like you're just scrambling to get game position. You know?
Right.
And that's how
it's
you
all
win.
Positioning it.
Yeah. Obviously for the submission. You
No,
know?
I liked that, though. I liked that video, man. You held your own. And that one point where you got him inside on side mount there.
With that choke, I thought I might have had that.
When he was on his knees, I thought you were going to get it there. I was like, oh, shit.
I thought I was going to get it, too.
Like, you were locking it up there. I was like, oh, he's getting his feet in there. Yeah.
I think that
was good, man. That was
big
good
problem
display.
with that, I could tell my hands... I was fighting something off before that. My hands weren't as tight as they should have been, you know?
Yeah.
And I could tell. I was like, if he doesn't
go
right now...
That shit always happens, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're almost there, but then one little difference makes it
Well, then after that, he got into my guard, and he just held on.
Yeah.
So then all I could do was try to get like a deep lapel choke.
Yeah, I saw you were grabbing his lapel afterwards.
Yeah, I was squirming and trying, but like that's an aspect of the point system that I don't like, is that you can be up by 2, and you can play it safe and just bear hug somebody until the end, and you just won a jiu-jitsu match.
Which is almost like...
fight me.
Yeah.
Fight me.
Get
I
the
wanted
submission.
to fight.
Yeah.
I wanted to fight.
Which is almost like what some wrestlers do in the UFC, too.
Yeah, I mean...
I'll just control you on top, and we'll
and
get
it's a
the
good
decision.
strategy, you know?
I mean, yeah, I guess technically it is a strategy, but...
It is, because I couldn't get out of it. He held me, I couldn't move, so he was dominating me, you know?
I feel like a lot of times it's not winning the fight, though. That's like you're winning the wrestling match.
Yeah.
Not
No, you're
I mean,
right.
like, even in jiu-jitsu, I'd see it as you get the sub. That's your, or at least when you're showing that you're actively pursuing submissions.
Yeah.
That's when it's like,
Oh, yeah.
you're the one that's actually trying to finish it.
Yeah.
You know?
I did, and I wanted to finish it, man.
Yeah.
Why I went against a blue belt, I'm not totally sure.
But,
That
hey.
tournament was cool, but it was very unorganized.
Yeah.
And I had more people in my division, but they split up my division, so I only had a couple fights.
Yeah.
And 2 of them were right in a row, when you're supposed to get at least like a whole fight off to be able to recover.
Mm-hmm.
So then I didn't even step off the mat, and then they're like, "You ready to go?" And my coach was like, he yells to me, he goes, "Are you tired?" I go, "No, let's go." He goes, because he wanted to make sure, because he was going to demand a 10-minute rest.
Yeah.
You know? But, I just went at it again, and, kind of the same thing. It was a lot of holding. But the other guy definitely got a knee on belly on me.
Yep.
So that fight was a little different. That fight definitely went kind of in a different direction, but still had a lot of the same themes, And I think it's obviously my thing. If I'm going to compete, I need to train for how you get these points in competing, As much as I probably won't do too many competitions because I just don't like that. Like, it's like I was telling Derek.
The point aspect of it.
If there was a tournament that in a way, it's like if it's a draw, like what do you do? But I want a 10-minute submission only,
Yeah, like
I want 10
Metamoris.
minutes. Yeah.
Like Metamoris
Yeah.
style.
I want submission only, and I want it for longer than 5 minutes,
Dude, yeah,
Because
that'd
I want
be
to test.
badass.
I want to test endurance. I like endurance.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes 6-7 minutes to really implement where you want to go, how you want to do it, and then it's over.
Yeah.
I have 3 minutes to what? To scramble in a sloppy way to gain a couple points.
Yeah.
It's tough, and I'm not good at that game. So if I do want to do some of these in the future, I need to train in a way that like gets me everything that I can right away.
Right.
Yeah. But it was fun, man. And like I said, I didn't know what to expect, and it was an all-day thing, and that's why I wish you could have gone, but I didn't know what kind of information to give you. You would have been there, You could have hung out with Sean and a couple other people that were there, but it's an all-day thing, and you just don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You get there at
You
9
just
o'clock.
don't know when.
You weigh in, and you go home at 4 o'clock, and in between there's different fights. We had an 8-man winner-take-all absolute tournament between
okay.
brown belts and black belts, which was sick. And then the kids go, and then you slowly see like the other divisions starting to go. So you don't even know. You just always on call to hear if your name is getting called.
Yeah, you just kind of got to wait and listen.
And then 10-15 minutes of fighting, and then the day's done for you, and you're there for 8 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. It's crazy, but it was awesome. I had teammates there, and I cornered all of their roles, and they kicked some fucking ass. They really kicked ass.
Nice.
Big time ass. They got a lot of points, and they did a lot of reversals, and they're tough, man.
Well,
They're really good.
and now you have that experience under your belt of you get a better grasp of what those rules are going to be, so now you can figure out more of what you like finding a 10-minute thing.
Yep.
Like, it's a good experience either way,
Yeah.
just to
And
take that
knowing-
knowledge from it.
Yeah, and just even knowing if you do want to embrace that a little more, like try to mimic that in training,
Yeah.
Set up the timers for 3 minutes in competition rules. Let's go, Because in rolling, it's like it's trying to figure out your game, work new techniques. And for me, it's always about the submission. If I get swept, or if I get this, or if I'm in a bad position, I guess I don't think about it that much. All I'm thinking of is, how do I get out of this so that I can have the advantage to submit them,
Yeah.
I don't, obviously I want to be able to get somebody off of me with a sweep so that I can work the game, but I'm not point-oriented yet, and I don't think I want to be, you know? But I'll still do these competitions, and I like what it brings out in you, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I thought I would get a lot more nervous, but it wasn't bad. I only really started to feel the jitters maybe when everybody was kind of lining up and crowding around the mats and stuff, and I was seeing my division go up, and I could tell because I didn't realize that when you get really nervous, you get dry mouth really bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm sitting there warming up, bouncing around, and I realize that my mouth is getting really dry, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it's kicking in now. You know? Yeah. And I didn't have that adrenaline dump or anything like that, so it was weird. I almost contemplated the idea of, was I too calm for the tournament?
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
But who knows?
quite sure.
Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. But either way, what I'm trying to say is that, I don't know, if no one's going to give it to you and put it on your plate, I think it's important for people to really go outside of their comfort zones and do something that they don't think they can do.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think I could do this.
Yeah, taking that risk is...
It's huge.
You get no reward unless you take risks.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
That's
huge.
the way to gain.
It is. And
That's the way to gain something.
Yeah, and, you know, there's a lot of things that are lost throughout growing up, especially when somebody's not there to kind of put it out there for you. You know, you have to find your own way every single day, and I don't know. I think it's important to really test yourself in one way or another. You know, whether it's physically, mentally, whether you think you can, do a tournament or apply for a certain type of job or go back to school and really achieve something.
Right.
It's important to do things that you think that you can't do, but you want to do them, because you're always going to surprise yourself if you actually have the intent to have good determination towards it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you really want to do it, go do it. You're probably going to get it done.
Exactly.
You're going to surprise yourself.
And even if you don't do as well as you thought you were going to do, you still take from it the fact that you tried and you applied yourself.
Yeah.
And you're going to get something back from it no matter what.
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to retain something from everything you do.
Yeah, and it just helps you with everything else, you know? One decision here, one decision there, everything just becomes a little easier, you know? Confidence starts to build, you know? And, yeah, man, I tried not to make it seem like it was a bigger deal than it was, but, sometimes you do. You create, a situation could be simple, but if you make it bigger than it is, I sometimes think that can be a good thing, because you internalize, like you said, the reward from it.
Yeah.
And if you inflame the whole situation, then to me, you'll get an inflamed reward at the end. I could go into it like, whatever, it was just a jiu-jitsu tournament, it was cool, I had fun, I just did it,
Yeah.
And you could do that, and I guess that's perfectly fine. But I don't know, I'm somebody that likes to attach certain things to events, I like to attach meaning to certain things,
Yeah.
And
You probably take a lot more from it that way.
yeah, and
that.
that's I guess that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you'll take a lot more out of it if you just to me, if you attach a little more of some meaning to it, And yeah, it was just weird when I read some of these articles, and then I started thinking about it, and yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's something that I think a lot of people would benefit from, and I obviously don't know, but it seems that with this couple things I've been reading, it's just kind of been, the whole idea of a rite of passage has kind of been, it's kind of fallen off the horse for a while. And the only things we identify with a rite of passage are these like monumental moments, but they're not usually attached to huge moments of adversity, Yeah. That are set up.
Yeah.
Set up at a moment of adversity, And yeah, and you'll get a reward no matter what, like you said. So
Can always take something from it.
yeah, absolutely.
Always.
So when are you gonna do jiu-jitsu? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Maybe that's something in
You
the
can do
future.
it here.
Maybe if the cards are in the right place.
Yeah, man, you can do it here.
Stars align.
Oh, there's a lot of stars too.
Indeed. When all of the planets come into perfect alignment in the universe.
Which will be soon for you. Okay.
And the great Lord Xenon arises.
Oh, stop it.
Scientology.
You can't afford Scientology.
Fuck
okay?
those motherfuckers. There, I said it.
Oh, no. Oh, shit, there it is. It's over.
Oh, we hit it.
The Scientologists heard us. Said,
They did.
Cut it out.
They're cutting us off. The Illuminati and the Scientologists. Pretty soon, John Travolta's going to be kicking down our door.
Oh, God. I hope he's wearing the makeup from that Space Galaxy. Is it Space Galaxy?
Oh.
Space Battlefield? Something. I forget.
Oh, man. Whatever that thing where he's an
Battlestar
alien.
Galactica? I don't know.
No. I
yeah,
forget
that's
what
a
it
show.
is. Battlefield Earth.
Yep.
I think that's it.
Yeah. All right. Either way,
Yeah.
theintercept.org, podbean.com. Get your news, Get your podcasts on. You all have a voice. If you want to do it in that way, it's a perfect way to do it. All right? It's easy. Get an RSS feed. Have some fun. Have some fun in your life. Just do it. Talk. If you like to talk, talk. Fuck everybody that wants you to be quiet, all right?
That's right.
Say what you got to say.
Yeah.
Like John Mayer said. Say what you need to say.
Don't quote that
Oh,
motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
Take it, sleazy, and I'm out.
So there it is, episode 15. Get it done. Go find a rite of passage. Walk through the gate, my friends. Peace and love.